Hello, I'm Nolan Williams, and I have one question for you. Do you like efficiency? Or better yet, would you like having basically any food cooked in minutes? That's what I thought, because I like having the same capability as well. I've been using a microwave since I was a child, and I've always wondered how it works, so recently I decided to find out. I did some research on the makeup and the workings of the microwave. If you'd be so kind to listen, I want to tell everyone how a microwave works and the components it uses in order for it to work properly. In the next few minutes, you should know what a magnetron is, how the defrost mode is possible, and how it warms up your food so fast. First, I'll tell everyone about the magnetron. The main component of the microwave is the magnetron. The magnetron is composed of magnets that create a field around a cloud of electrons, which I read on Scientific American website. The electrons revolve in a circular motion that fall inside crevices that are inside the magnets, which I learned from Gilmore's article on the library database. After reading Mark Fichetti's article, I've learned that revolving cloud mixed with negative charges created makes an electromagnetic field. The electromagnetic field then rises upwards towards the antenna, which makes it resonate. The resonation of 2.25 gigahertz emits microwaves from the tip of the antenna. Now that you understand how the magnetron works, let's go into some details on how the defrost mode on the microwave works. One of the main functions used in the microwave is the defrost mode. When a microwave turns on defrost, you may hear a humming sound along with some vibrating and a click that follows that. The reason you hear the sound is because the microwave works about 50% power when it's defrosting. It repeats a cycle one time on and one time off, gradually getting longer and longer until it's defrosted. The reason that this repeats the cycle is because the microwaves aren't easily absorbed into frozen foods, which I learned off of eHow website article. That's why the cycle at the beginning is fast and powerful to penetrate the frozen food, then gradually slowing down. After every defrost comes the normal heating mode. This mode works at a fast pace and normally with even heat distribution. There is not much to it when you put something in the microwave and then pull it out all the way heated. I learned from How Things Work website that microwaves heat food from the inside out. The waves produced bounce around and hit all sides of the food being heated. They hit inside, making the molecules of the food vibrate, creating heat from the inside. Which is why the inside of a microwave isn't actually hot from the radiation, but from the steam produced by the food. The most component of the microwave to the two modes, now everyone should understand how things... Now everyone should understand the workings of a microwave. After learning about the magnetron and the two main features and how they work, it makes you appreciate the simple things in life and realize even some things we use every day can be intricate in many ways, and not every tiny piece of technology is intricate, but the microwave seems to be one of those. My visual aid is a picture of a microwave. And as you can see, you have the power which goes into the outlet, and then that right there turns on the magnetron. And whenever it starts to create the microwaves, it goes through the waveguide and straight down into the food, hitting all sides of it. So thank you for listening to my speech, and again, my name is Nolan Williams.
How are y'all doing today? My name is Josh Alexander, and I would like to tell y'all about obesity. Obesity is a problem in the world today, and I would take the time to tell you what it is, the risks for obesity, and treatments for obesity. First, I'll tell you what it is. Obesity is a chronic condition defined by an excess amount of body fat, according to NHLBI. Some fat is needed in the body, but an excess amount would cause an imbalance. Some would consider obesity a disease, while others do not. According to procon.org, the ones who consider disease believe it is caused by genetics, biological factors, or illnesses that cause weight, while others believe it isn't a disease because it's a person's lifestyle, eating habit, or their environment they grow up in. Obesity is measured using BMI, which is the body mass index. BMI is measured by dividing one's weight by one's height. If your number is higher than 30, you would be considered obese, according to medicine.net. After telling you a little bit about what obesity is, I will explain the risks presented with obesity. Over 2/3 of the adult population would be considered obese, according to win.com. Many risks come along with being obese. Some risks would be diabetes, heart disease, strokes, arthritis, and some types of cancers, according to Medline Plus. These risks can also be presented with just being overweight, not necessarily obese. The difference in overweight and obese would be overweight could be from muscle, while obese would just be from having too much body fat. Even with all these risks, there are ways to lower them. Obesity can be presented in many different ways. One way is to exercise. An adult is recommended anywhere from 75 to 150 minutes a week, while children are expected to get roughly 60 minutes or so. If you lose only 5 to 10% body fat, that could delay or prevent some risk. Another way to prevent obesity is some dieting pills and healthy eating. Now knowing a little bit how to treat obesity, one could help themselves or even help others prevent obesity. Obesity has continued to grow over the years, but most people never realize it until it was too late. Now that I've told you a little bit about obesity, some of the risks, and some of the treatments, I hope you have a better understanding. And from a visual aid, there's a picture that shows the different percentages of obesity in the United States. And as you can see, as it gets darker, the high percentage of obesity people there are, and Louisiana is one of the highest. And thank you again for listening to my speech.
My name is Garrett. Do you like to drink coffee or have a soda with your lunch? Approximately 80% of the United States citizens consume some form of caffeine throughout their day. From caffeine pills to chocolate, there's caffeine in about everything that people eat or drink. Small doses of caffeine may not be harmful to the user, but when taking in large amounts, there can be severe side effects to using it. There's benefits and harmful effects to using caffeine. Caffeine can be naturally found in food or drinks, and it can be added. Caffeine occurs in more than 60 plants. Some plants that caffeine is in is coffee beans, cola nuts, and tea leaves. It is a crystalline compound that stimulates the nervous system. Although there may not be many benefits, there are some harmful effects. Everyone knows that a good cup of coffee in the morning wakes up the body. It's wrong sentence. Although there may not be many benefits, there are some. Everyone knows that a good cup of coffee in the morning wakes the body up and gives you energy. The caffeine raises your heart rate, sending blood to the rest of your body. It makes you feel alert and focused, and the caffeine lasts for about 4 to 6 hours. Doctors say that 150 milligrams is a safe amount to consume in one day. But when abusing substances, there's always a bad outcome. Caffeine can cause many different effects to the body. It can cause you to be jittery, nervous, dizzy. It can be addicting. Drinking too much causes the brain to need it each day. After drinking too much caffeine, people get addicted and it causes headaches. Caffeine is a diuretic and makes body lose water and weight. It dehydrates the muscles by sucking the water out of them. Caffeine can be a good start to the day, taking the right amount. It also causes bad symptoms from it. In conclusion, overusing anything can be harmful to the body. Peace.